ABC welcomes you back to our continuing live coverage of the Tournament of Champions, coming your way from the Red Rock Casino and Bowling Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Randy Peterson, Rob Stone, and Bo Burton rejoining us. And Bowling for Soup goes live. And before that, a $2.99 by Mika Koivuniemi. Let's all catch our breath. Let's relax. And a nice little segue here. It's time now for our More of What Matters to You fan question of the day, brought to you by the makers of One A Day. It's directed to you, Bo. Randy, you have the question.
Bo, here is the answer to that question, which comes from Jared Motor of Coldwater, Ohio. Jared wants to know, what's the biggest difference between the players now and the players back when you were doing the broadcasting?
Well, I think the biggest difference, Randy, is maybe threefold. One, it's the scoring environment. You know, a 220 average used to win tournaments days before, but out on the tour it's still tough to do it. But the huge difference is wood lanes to synthetics, and then you add in the final ingredient, and that's the rubber plastic balls, the transition to the urethane power balls we have today, which open up the pocket. And so, really, if you watch an old-time bowler, and you were a wood bowler, Mika has that style. He's using the old style. So you got the old against the new going in Smallwood.
Did you just call Randy an old-time bowler?
He's going in the Hall of Fame.
He'll be a Hall of Famer tonight. When we return, our title match, uninterrupted, life-changing money on the line. $250,000 will go to one of these two men, Mika Koivuniemi versus Tom Smallwood, for the title of TOC champion. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, Bo Burton, welcoming you back to our continuing live coverage of the Tournament of Champions, the second major of the PBA season. Time now for our Geico Championship recap. Randall.
Thanks, Rob. Match number one. We had a good one. Andres Gomez, Mika Koivuniemi. This one came down to the 10th frame. Andres needed two in the 10th. He got the first one, left the shaker 7. Mika advances. Then in match number two, Mika Koivuniemi taking on Tom Doherty. He's perfect through 9. That's the first one in the 10th. The second one in the 10th was good. That's the third one, only to leave the messenger that wouldn't be answered. Mika Koivuniemi, $299 over Tom Doherty's $100.
Be very interesting to see how Koivuniemi reacts coming off that $299 game, and he will start off our title match again uninterrupted. $250,000 on the line here for the second major of the PBA season.
Both players having bowled 58 games in the tournament proper just to get to this point. Let's see if Mika can regroup from the $299 game against Doherty.
And he leaves a 10th, and it's almost ironic to say how he regroups. I mean, he shot almost a perfect game, but that last shot, such a mental and really a physical letdown too. Just how much energy he put into that match.
Well, it's the emotional highs and lows. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, it's going from being on top of the world 1 second to falling off the very next second. Trying to regulate the up and downs. Mika is a veteran. He's been here before. He knows how to handle it.
The tournament leader won the 2009 PBA World Championship for his first PBA Tour title from Saginaw, Michigan, Tom Smallwood.
And folks, if you can't cheer for this guy and his story, you need to check yourself in somewhere. Former unemployed auto worker, laid off by GM a couple years ago, told his wife, give me a few months and let me try and earn a spot here on the PBA Tour. He did just that. He won the PBA World Championship last year for his first ever title.
Bad.
And here he is trying to take home $250,000 at the TOC.
Take a look at Tom Smallwood cradling that ball there at the top of the swing. He does use his thumb, but he doesn't use all of it. About half of his thumb goes in the bowling ball. He rolls that ball up on his wrist, and that's what creates all of that revolution and power. Interesting to start, he is trying to mirror Mika Koivuniemi in terms of where they're playing on the lane.
And the skinny jeans don't fit. He misses the 10-pin open frame in the first of our title match. Cannot have mental errors like that.
Well, we talked about it in the open, Rob, how Tom Smallwood, bull's nervous. He somehow finds a way to regulate that. You could see early on with so much riding on this match, that the money, the prestige, Tom Smallwood also trying to prove to people that he's no flash in the pan, as you can see, using a very non-aggressive ball, the Mike Albee MVP.
Right through the nose on the left lane.
And the reason why he's using such a weak piece of equipment is so that he can try to play closer to where Mika's playing. If you see a player shoot 299, even though he doesn't throw it the same as you still try to somehow get in the same zone. And the only way he can do that is by using a ball that's not very aggressive.
Picks up that spare. So open frame spare to start for your #1 seat. Tom Smallwood's parents here in attendance, Denny and Sharon, making the trip here to Vegas to watch their son. How proud they must be. But now they have to watch the big Finn, Mika Koivuniemi, a spare in the first, dropped to 299 in the semifinal victory.
See, he likes both lanes equally the same.
Here he is on the right. And his first strike of the title match.
Hey, Rob, I got to be honest. If you're Mika Koivuniemi watching Tom Smallwood's first 2 shots, knowing what your reaction looks like, Mika Koivuniemi right now is really liking the position he's in. He's got a great shot to the pocket. Tom Smallwood has yet to prove he does. And Mika's blueprint right now is perfect.
This will be Mika's best ever TOC finish. He finished 3rd at last year's TOC here at Red Rock Lanes and Casino in Vegas. Carry, got it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're learning finish real quick.
I'm a quick study, my friends. Back-to-back jacks for Mika.
You're good with language.
So Smallwood, open frame spare. Here's his effort in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, we will be with you through the conclusion of our title match. $250,000, the richest winning prize in PBA history to go to one of these 2 men. First strike for Smallwood.
Tom Smallwood made it to this point by virtue of an absolutely unbelievable Friday all day. He went 8-0 in the morning, and then he only lost 2 matches Friday night, 14-2 in match play.
19-5 overall in match play. His best TOC finish was 37th last year. He's won only 1 title, but it was a big one, the 2009 World Championship in Wichita. Back-to-back jacks for Smallwood.
I'll tell you what, Tom Smallwood showing a lot of maple moxie. He's not going to go anywhere. He said, you know what, I had a little stumble there to start, open frame early, but guess what? I'm a major championship winner, and I'm out to prove to everyone that it was no fluke.
Here's Mika Koivuniemi in his 12th year on the tour. He's been a member since 1999. By far, the most experience of your 4 finalists today. And another strike for Mika. 3 in a row for the big Finn. Go RVing on the road. We head a little further west next week. We're in the Bay Area, Dublin, California, for the one-a-day Earl Anthony Memorial Classic. Live coverage next Sunday, 2 Eastern on ESPN2. Not ESPN next Sunday, but ESPN2. And then the following Sunday on ESPN, 4 Eastern. It's becoming a Super Bowl Sunday tradition. It's the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. Nelly, Lil Wayne, Pete Weber, Norm Duke, Reggie Bush, Wes Malott, Jason Belmonte, all there. Koivuniemi in the 5th, looking for 4 in a row. Hambo!
last night, Mika told us, quote, "If I can go straight tomorrow, nobody will beat me." End quote.
And it wasn't an ego-driven quote either. It was pure fact. Here is Smallwood looking for 3 in a row, trying to dig himself out of an early hole. Right through the nose.
I like that one up my hand. That's not good.
See, Tom Smallwood's got something written on his left hand. It says BTM. Stands for Be the Man. There it is right there. I'll tell you what, any little thing to help you stay in that frame, I'm all for it.
We talked about Smallwood, the former unemployed auto worker from Michigan. A great little side note to that story. After he won the World Championship, he did a 15-hour drive home to Michigan. When he got home at 3 a.m., 4 hours later, at 7:15 in the morning, Inside Edition was waiting. On that drive home, somebody from a GM job bank called him. Said, you know, we have some openings. Are you interested? He said, you know, I'm actually going to be okay. Right now, I just won the PBA World Championship. I'll finish it up here in a second. Smallwood in the 6th. Drop and give me 10. So he's talking to a lady on the phone from the job bank, and he's explaining what he just did. The lady next to that lady in the phone bank said, I'm sorry, is that Tom Smallwood? I just watched him win the PBA World. So she had a conversation with Smallwood. It was really just an amazing feel-good story, particularly coming during the holiday season. And you and I were getting goosebumps yesterday just reliving it with him. And he was blunt with us. He said, man, it didn't hit me till a couple days later when I finally got a chance to sit back and watch the event again. Here is Mika in command. Bottom of the 6th, up 33. And another strike for the big Finn, who's eyeing his 3rd major of his soon-to-be Hall of Fame career. Extra Frame is the PBA's video subscription service for the PBA fan who wants more. It features live streaming coverage of every PBA Tour event. Also features exclusive player interviews, behind-the-scenes action, product reviews, and archived PBA telecasts. Head on over to PBA.com today. Click on the Extra Frame link to sign up. Koivu Niemi, after that spare in the 1st frame, has been nothing but strikes, trying to make it 6 in a row as we begin the 7th frame.
That means hold. And I'll tell you what, Chris Barnes is a smart man, and last week when he told us that Mika could possibly be bowling better than anybody in the world, Chris obviously knew what he was talking about. Mika proving it right now. 53-pin lead through 7. He's at a 290 pace if he strikes out the best Tom Smallwood can shoot, 247.
Smallwood really needs a strike here in the 7th. And there's his 2nd pair of strikes.
Rob, I think it's real interesting in watching this tournament and this whole tournament coming down to one game, one match. It was such a marathon, but throughout this marathon event, it just seemed like power was everything. We saw Jason Belmonte, the two-hander from Australia, up there. We saw Osku Palermo, the two-handed bowler from Finland. It just seemed like power was everything. Dan McClellan, all these power players. Mika, a mere stroker, is just 3 frames away from winning another major.
Smallwood will not go down without a fight. This will be his 2nd top 5 finish of the season, and he's able to apply a little bit of pressure on Koivu Niemi.
Mika right now is in the 240s already. Like I said earlier, the best Tom Smallwood can shoot is 247. Right now, all the hard work. Mika is trying to have it pay off. He needs to close this match out with 3 great shots, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame.
One pin shy of 7 strikes in a row. Later tonight here in Vegas, we'll have the Hall of Fame celebration. There's Dale Eagle on the left and Len Nicholson, who will be enshrined tonight, joining my partner, 13-time titleist, Randy Peterson. Got your speech ready?
Almost.
Way to save it for the end, my friend.
Thank you.
Koivuniemi trying to clean this one up in the 8th, and he does. So Koivuniemi remains clean here in the title match, and we have just 2 frames left. $250,000 winner's check on the line, the richest winner's check in PBA history. And Mika asking for, is he asking for a re-rack? Yes, there it is.
Rob, a strike here. Mika can go 9, spare 9. He will shut out Tom Smallwood.
2 of Mika's first 3 telecasts were majors, and he won them both, but it's been over a decade since he earned major hardware. Back on the strike train.
Yeah, that's huge right there. Mika has struggled over the last couple of years. You mentioned his last win coming in 2007. He was forced to do a lot more international bowling than he wanted to. Right now looking for the richest payday in the history of bowling. $250,000. He is 9, spare 9 in the 10th frame away from doing just that. Now, Tom Smallwood, he needs to strike out to let Mika know he's still there.
This for 4 in a row in the bottom of the 9th. Little right of
Nice
target.
shot. Anticlimactic.
And Mika can exhale. I mean, what theater Mika Koivuniemi produced for us today.
Watch him shim it up. That's right.
Smallwood trying to clean this one up in the 9th. But the story is Koivuniemi. Great pickup. Wonderful pickup from Smallwood. On Wednesday, February 9th, ABC is really putting on a show. Matthew Perry returns to television in a whole new arena of comedy, ABC's Mr. Sunshine. The season premiere Wednesday, February 9th, after Modern Family on ABC. It's good to see Chandler Bing back in the TV gang. Smallwood in the 10th. And that is all she wrote. Mika Koivuniemi is your TOC champion. And he does it sitting down. And a $250,000 payday for Mika.
Well, and Mika does it because he's just a great, great bowler. He prides himself on making shots. He did just that today.
Koivuniemi steps up to close out the 10th. But it doesn't matter. He has already won it. We'll hear from the Big Fin when ABC's live coverage of the TOC returns to Las Vegas.
The PBA Tournament of Champions on ABC. Brought to you by Lumber Liquidators. Hardwood flooring for less. Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. The makers of Bear Aspirin. Expect wonders. And Go RV. Visit GoRVing.com to watch a free video. Go affordably. Go RV.
Title number 9, major number 3 for Mika Koivuniemi, a 269-207 victor over Tom Smallwood. And we go down the lanes. Kimberly standing by with the man who just moments ago lifted the TOC hardware.
Mika, it's been 10 years since you've won a major, but you have back with a vengeance. A 299 you bowled today, 1 pin shy of getting a 300, and then you win the TOC. What does this day mean to you?
Has to be my greatest day of my life so far, as a bowling wise. That 1 pin doesn't bother me right now. I want more to win than shoot 300.
Well, congratulations to you. Mika Koivuniemi, our 2011 tournament champion. You are the winner. Rob?
And what a performance he put on for us, Kimberly, at 299 in the semifinal match. 10 strikes in his title match. Rob Stone, Bo Burton, Randy Peterson back here with you. And we'll start with the soon-to-be Hall of Famer. Your thoughts on Mika's performance today?
Well, there's a lot to be said about perseverance. Mika's worked really hard to get back to this point. And his focus today was just unbelievable. It was really off the charts to shoot 299 and then to follow it back up with that performance there for that kind of pressure, that kind of money. Truly spectacular.
And Randy, to follow it up, I think you just called the most memorable game in tournament champion history in the semifinal match. The 299 to 100. That's the best.
Yeah, Tom Doherty won't want to hear that one too many more times, but he put on great theater for us at the end. Next week, we're in the Bay Area. Mika Koivuniemi and company heading to Dublin, California for the one-a-day Earl Anthony Memorial Classic. Again, that one is going to be on ESPN2 next Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Mika Koivuniemi takes his third major. Stay tuned for ESPN Sports Saturday coming up next, except on the West Coast. For Bo Burton, Kimberly Pressler, Randy Peterson, Bowling for Soup, and our entire crew, I'm Rob Stone. Congrats to Mika Koivuniemi. So long from Las Vegas.